Hi friends, welcome to Jyoti IT Solutions. Today I am going to tell the most important DevOps, one of the DevOps tool, that is Docker. Now I will give you introduction on Docker, Docker overview, containerization versus virtualization. What is Docker? Docker versus virtual machines, Docker's nodes, role in DevOps, Docker engine, Docker images, containers and registries, Docker's working architecture, building your own Docker image. These concepts I will tell you in my videos. First of all, we will see the difference between virtualization and containerization. Virtualization, you can see in this diagram virtualization setup. What is virtualization? Virtualization, it is a technique of importing a guest OS on top of the host OS. This technique was a revolution in the beginning because the developers can run multiple applications in different virtual machines, all running on same host. This eliminates the need for extra hardware resource and enable backup. We can easily recover in case of failure condition. In virtualization, some advantages is there and as well as disadvantages also is there. What are the advantages? Multiple OS in same machine, easy maintenance and recovery, lower total cost of ownership. And disadvantages are multiple virtual machines lead to unstable performance. Hypervisors are not as efficient as host OS. Long boot up process. This is very critical in case of real-time application where processing high priority. You can see in this diagram virtualization technique. In this diagram is showing host OS and VMs. In between host OS and VMs, hypervisor is there. Here on the top of hypervisor, guest OS is installed and three apps here is showing, and related binaries and libraries are assigned to that application. Next, move on to containerization. It is also a type of virtualization at the OS level. While virtualization brings the abstraction to the hardware, containerization brings abstraction to the software. Containers are more efficient because there is no guest OS. Binaries and libraries of containers are run on the host kernel, which makes processing and execution very fast. The boot up time is in fraction of seconds. You can see in this diagram containerization technique. Here host OS is there. Upon that host OS, container engine is there, and application related binaries, libraries are showing in this diagram. Some of the containerization advantages over virtualizations are containers on same OS kernel are lighter and smaller, better resource utilization compared to virtual machines, short boot up process. These are the advantages comparing to virtualization. Next, move on to Docker. What is Docker? Docker is a containerization platform which packages your application and all its dependencies together in the form of containers, so as to ensure that your application works seamlessly in any environment like development or test or production. Each application is run on a separate container and will have their set of libraries and dependencies. It also ensures that there is a process level isolation, means each application is independent of other application, and developers surely they can build applications that will not interfere with one another. Developer will build container which has a different application installed on them, and giving to QA team will only need to run the container application in developer environment, because QA team is involved in installing all the dependent software and applications, helping them to save lots of time and energy. The number of systems can be scaled up easily and code can be deployed on them effortlessly. Virtual machines is not comfortable in integration, whereas Docker is very comfortable in integrate with many DevOps tools to automate the manual pages. Now we can see how to use resources or memory utilizations in virtual machines and Dockers. In case of virtual machines, are you looking diagram here? Consider our system with 16 GB memory and we have to run 3 missions on it. This one is showing 16 GB, and the first virtual machine gets 6 GB of memory, second virtual machine gets 4 GB of memory, and the third virtual machine gets 6 GB of memory. But first VM uses only 4 GB of memory, second VM uses only 3 GB of memory, and third VM uses only 2 GB of memory. Then there will be wastage of 7 GB of memory which cannot be used for setting up a new virtual machine, because once any virtual machine is allocated memory, it cannot be taken back later. This is major issue because memory is a very costly hardware. To resolve this issue, we use Docker. In Docker environment, if we use Docker, my CPU will only allocate the Docker container exactly the amount of memory that will be used. My first container will use only 4 GB of memory, second container will be using only 3 GB of memory, and a third container will be using only 2 GB of memory. Since there is no memory allocated on unused, and I saved 7 GB of memory by using Docker. I can even create additional container from the leftover memory. Next thing is building and deployment. In case of virtual machines, if you create a new build, you should install multiple OS, and you need to provide separate libraries. It will be heavy and it will take more time. If in case of Docker, if you want to create new builds, you can no need to install multiple OSs. Only one OS is enough, and separate libraries and binaries will come with the application, and because it will be lightweight and it will take less time. And virtual machines take lot of time to boot up because the whole system need to be set up first, which will then run the hypervisor, which will set up different virtual machines. This is time consuming and will prove very costly at a time when quick startup of an application is needed. In case of Docker, since the container will be running on a host OS, we would be saving precious boot up time. Consider if we wanted to install different versions of um, any OS like Ruby on our system. If we use VMs, then we need to set up two different VMs for running different versions. Each of these will be having its own set of binaries and libraries for running on different guest OS. Whereas if we use Docker, even though we were creating two different containers, each containers will be having its own set of binaries and libraries. I will be joining them on my host OS, running them straight on my host OS makes my system lightweight and faster. This is the advantage with the Docker. Next thing is integration in virtual machines. Integration in virtual machines is possible but costly due to infrastructure requirements, not easily scalable. Setting up each virtual machine brings with an infrastructure problems. We will have the same problem when if we have to set up multiple instances like Jenkins, Git, Ansible. It also be a difficult task to configure the multiple tools in every virtual machine. Integration in Docker. Integration in Docker is faster, cheap, and easily scalable. Using Docker container, we can set up many instances like Jenkins, Puppet, and many more, all running in the same container or running in different container which can interact with one another by just running few commands. We can also easily scalable by splitting multiple copies of these containers, so configuring them will not be a problem. One thing we need to remember, Docker is designed to benefit both developers and system administrators, making it a part of many DevOps tool chains. Developers can write code without worrying about the testing or production environment. System admins need not worry about infrastructure, as Docker can easily scale up or scale down the number of systems. How is Docker used in DevOps? Docker is used 90% of the time in the continuous testing phase and probably 10% of the time in the continuous deployment phase. Docker plays a major role in testing environment and also used to deploy the code to production. Containerization. What is the meaning of containerization? It consists of an entire runtime environment and application, all its dependencies, libraries, and other binaries and configuration files needed to run it, bundled into one package. Next thing is Docker engine. How does Docker work? Docker engine is the heart of the Docker system. It works like a client-server application by chooses the server merged type of a long-running program called daemon process and the command line interface client. The REST API is the combination of socket IO and TCP IP connection. It used to communication between the client and Docker daemon. But in case of Windows or iOS, there is an additional Docker toolbox component inside the Docker host. The Docker toolbox will easily install and set up Docker environment in Windows or iOS. The Docker toolbox installs Docker client, Compose, this will only work on Mac only. Catamatic Mission VirtualBox. What is Docker image and containers? Images can be related to an executable file. Images are the building blocks of Docker container. These Docker images are created with the build command, and these read-only templates are creating the containers by using the run command. Containers are the ready application that created from the images. Containers are the instance of images and they hold the entire package that is needed to run the application. Docker images, read-only templates used to create containers built by Docker users, stored in Docker Hub or your local repository, as well as Docker containers. Isolated application platform contains everything needed to run the application built from one or more images. What is Docker registry? Docker registry is a storage component for Docker images. We can store the images in either public or private repositories. Docker Hub is a Docker's very own cloud repository. The repository can be a user's local repository or a Docker Hub, so that multiple users can collaborate in building an application, and multiple teams within the same organization can exchange their shared containers by uploading them into Docker Hub. Docker Hub is very similar to GitHub. Docker architecture. Here you are looking three boxes. One is client, and second one is a Docker underscore host, and third one is registry. Docker underscore host running the Docker daemon. Docker daemons. Docker daemon is responsible for images and containers. Now, if we wanted to build a Docker image, we will use client to issue a build command to Docker daemon. The Docker daemon will then build an image based on my inputs and saved in my registry, which can be either a Docker Hub or our local repository. If we wanted to pull an image from the Docker Hub, which has been built by a different user by giving pull command. If we wanted to create running instance of our Docker image, we will issue a run command from client, which will create our container. Client is used to give the commands. Docker host is maintaining to containers and images, and Docker daemon registry is to store our images. Some of the Docker terminologies are Docker daemon. Docker daemon runs on host machine. Daemons create and manage Docker objects, images, containers, networks, volumes, data, etc. The user does not directly interact with the daemon, but instead through the Docker client. Docker client primarily use interface to Docker. It accepts commands from the user and communicates back and forth with a Docker daemon. Docker images. Images are used to create Docker containers. Docker provides a simple way to build new images or upload existing images. Docker images are the build component of Docker. A Docker image is a file containing the code and components needed to run software in a container. Containers and images use a layered file system. Each layer contains only the differences from the previous layer. The image consists of one or more read-only layers, while the containers add one addition writable layer. The layered file system allows multiple images and containers to share the same layers. This results in smaller overall storage footprint, faster image transfer, faster image build. Some of the important syntaxes are for images: Docker image pull, image name : tag. to download an image from a remote registry to the local machine. Docker image history image name to list layers used to build an image. Docker registries store images. These are public or private stores from which you upload or download images. This can be done as a Docker Hub, which is a Docker version of GitHub. Docker registries are the distribution component of Docker. Docker containers. Containers are created from Docker images. They hold everything that is needed for an application to run. Each container is an isolated and secure application platform. Docker containers are the run component of Docker. Okay friends, so this is regarding bit of information about Docker. In next videos we will work with Docker and related components. These notes will help you that who are attending the interviews on Docker. Keep on watching my videos and practice as well as you will be familiar with Docker in few days. Subscribe my channel for further notifications. Thank you.